Good morning. I'm Brian Stanley, Communications Director for the Boston Police Department. I have a few announcements and I'll take some questions. Now first, we can now officially announce that we've made a series of additional arrests related to the marathon bombing.
We know. You tweeted that an hour ago.
We did? All right, well, good. Okay, you got to jump on that. Okay, good. Now, although I cannot reveal the charges, we have reason to believe that the individuals assisted the bombers after the incident.
We know. You tweeted that too.
Yeah, what's the name of the redhead?
What do you mean redhead?
The redheaded girl that you arrested.
We arrested a redheaded girl?
Yeah, you put pictures of her up on the Boston Police Department Pinterest page. What's that girl's name?
What's Pinterest? Is that like Facebook?
Oh, the BPD Facebook page has it. Jennifer O'Malley.
Well, I have some information here you may not be privy to. Pending arraignment, they will be held
In Braintree, right?
Yeah, Braintree, right, okay.
That was on your Tumblr page like an hour ago.
What the hell's the Tumblr?
Thanks for nothing. Let's go.
I don't know why we bother with these antiquated press conferences anyway.
Seriously, let me just do my reporting from home in my bathrobe.
Would you guys mind following me on LinkedIn?
of A with Brian Sack.
Good evening and welcome to the BS of A. I'm your host, Brian Sack. This week, much to the delight of folks on the right end of the political spectrum, a handful of individuals came forward to testify that the attacks at Benghazi were a much bigger deal than we'd been led to believe. Joining me now, whistleblower Jason Pierce.
Whistleblower.
Yeah.
Hello. Cool. Thanks for having me.
Jason, you were at the compound the night it was attacked. Yeah. So why have we not heard of you?
Well, you're going to think it's weird. As luck would have it, right after the attack, Secretary of State Clinton called me and informed me that I'd won a luxury cruise.
Wow.
Yeah. She said that there had been some sort of contest at the State Department, and I don't even remember entering it. But sure enough, I won.
And how long was this cruise?
Well, it went from that day, September 12th, until the day after the presidential election. So it was a typical 61-day cruise.
Okay, that's very interesting. Let me ask you this.
Sure.
Were you free to come and go from your stateroom?
No, it was a standard cruise where you're locked in your room, but then you're led around wearing sunglasses and a wig to like eat in the crew quarters.
Crew quarters. Interesting.
It was swank, yeah. I tried shrimp for the first time.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, why don't you tell me what happened that night?
Well, thank you for asking. I'm glad to have this opportunity. Every night at 8, they put out this thing called the Shrimp Fantasia, which is...
Wait, are you talking about the cruise?
Yeah, the shrimp.
No. Tell me what happened the night of the attack on the compound.
Oh, that was a bummer, but I'll tell you. A group of individuals was attacking the compound, and they were firing guns and destroying things, and they were saying things like, we are Al-Qaeda's staff members, and we are authorized by Al-Qaeda to say we approve this mob, and stuff like that.
Okay, so you didn't think this was a demonstration that turned violent about some kind of YouTube video?
No, not after I snapped this picture that I emailed to the Secretary of State.
Wow, okay, so the administration knew it was Al-Qaeda from the get-go?
No.
No?
No. Secretary of State Clinton couldn't open the email attachment, didn't see the picture because it didn't come through.
Wow, that's a shame.
Yeah. So, but then I called Susan Rice.
Okay,
to
UN
tell her.
Ambassador Susan Rice.
Yeah. I actually brought a recording of that call. It's weird because the connection was not great.
Ambassador Rice, we are under attack by Hello? Ambassador Rice?
Yeah, Jason, I'm here.
Okay, good. Ambassador Rice, I wanted to let you know we are under attack by Al-Qaeda. Hello?
Yeah, it's such a shame it didn't.
Yeah, I mean, did it not sound to you as if Ambassador Rice was making fart noises every time you tried to say Al-Qaeda?
Why would she do that?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's too bad, too, because if she had known, then she wouldn't go around telling people it's because of YouTube views.
Right, okay. Well, okay, so what's going to happen now?
I'm going to testify before Congress.
Oh, okay, well, there you go. So you've got a big story to tell, right?
Yeah, man. I'm going to be like the belle of the ball.
What's...
This is ridiculous. I I won a hot air balloon ride. It starts today, around the world.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Oh my gosh.
The BS of A presents the best stuff of America with Matt Fisher. Graveyards.
You know what I want in my yard? A tire swing. A swing set. A sprinkler going around. Maybe a football that went astray. What I don't want is a pile of corpses.
Next time.
Cream cheese frosting.
Welcome back. I'm joined today by three experts to discuss the issues of the day that are of interest to me. My first guest is the CEO of McDonald's. Please welcome Ronald McDowell.
Hey, Brian. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for coming.
I'm glad that we still have some trust.
Not to rub salt in the wound, but I read today that McDonald's sales are down, 0.6%?
Feeling pretty lonely.
Sorry about that. My next guest is a renowned surgeon who recently performed lap band weight loss surgery on Governor Chris Christie. Please welcome Dr. Tina Hoover.
Don't make me go back in.
Whoa, what happened? What's the matter?
I'm sorry. You said lap band surgery.
Well, you just performed lap band surgery on Governor Christie's stomach, right? You okay?
I'm so sorry, Brian. I'm suffering from PTSD after the surgery. You won't believe some of the stuff I saw in there. It was pretty horrific.
Oh, dear. And my last guest is a legendary detective from Scotland Yard who solved London's gruesome Greystoke murders. He's also the personal investigator for the Queen of England. Please welcome Detective Darnell Snifter.
Hello to you, Brian.
Welcome, Detective.
Yes, thank you. Now, you all know you're under investigation
For
the murder of one John Doe.
the murder. When did the murder of John Doe occur?
Who knows?
What? Well, apparently a long time
Skin
ago.
was stripped from his skull,
A
and
real human skull.
I discovered it earlier today in my van.
In your van.
Yes, I found the body in my van, and I stripped the skin off of it and cleaned the skull to bring it here, because
Now-
it's rude.
I'm not a detective,
Yes. No,
but
you're
you
not.
discovered a body in your van.
Yes.
Your van.
I'm the only one ever in it.
Okay. And no one has ever. No one. Your van's never been stolen.
No. The only time people are in it when they're dragged in unconsciously.
But you don't. I mean, as far as prime suspects go.
Well, the game is afoot, isn't it, Brian?
All right, let's talk about the news, because the news this past couple of weeks, we had the Boston bombers,
Yes.
we had the Cleveland kidnapping,
Yes.
and with the three people locked in a house, neighbors completely unaware. Nobody knows their neighbors anymore. Is that true? I mean, it feels like just nobody knows what's going on next door. How can we get to know our neighbors?
I don't think we should.
What?
I disagree with the premise of your question. I think.
You don't think we should get to know our neighbors?
No, you learn about other people and you trust them and you open your heart to them and then they betray you. Okay. McDonald's. We had a relationship with America. It was going great.
You're just angry because sales are down. Is that
I'm
what
not
this
angry.
is?
I'm dismayed. I don't get it. Okay. I make a chicken McNugget.
Right.
Okay. At great cost.
How is it great cost? Because it costs like $1.
You have to take a building full of chickens. Okay. And you have to rotate that building until they all stick to the walls. Okay, and then the centrifugal force forces the fluid out of their bodies.
Okay.
And then you have the base. Then you have the base for a chicken McNugget. But to make a rotating chicken silo is a cost of millions of dollars.
Okay.
Yeah. You do that. You add a little paprika, whatever, a little bit of LSD. Bang. People love it. People eat it in droves, and then you turn around one day and it's all gone. It's all gone.
You did say you added LSD to chicken McNuggets?
Yeah. Yeah. But have you seen the ads for McDonald's?
Yeah.
Do you think we would say that a clown, you're eating food made by a weird clown, unless there was an angle to that? Yeah. It's all of a piece, Brian.
Dr. Hoover, how can we get to know our neighbors better?
Sometimes I think maybe let's not judge so much. Sometimes if you hear your neighbor screaming in the middle of the night, "Oh, please God, that can't be in a human body.
Oh.
Why is that down there?" Just screaming bloody murder. Sometimes it's not that they're being abused or murdered or murdering somebody. Sometimes it's that they found this inside a human being.
Oh!
Oh, my.
What is that?
Well, various things. I mean, this right here, that looks like just some butter and parsley.
What?
These appear to be some sort of organs. There was a lot of morphine organs.
Governor Christie's organs or somebody else's?
Good question. We'll never know.
What?
Okay, and you know, and you're seeing it at night, and you're reliving every scoop. There's also a fully preserved Girl Scout cookie box.
Thin Mints.
Ooh, how delicious.
Thin Mints.
Let me ask you this, Doctor. Why would that not be digested by now?
Good question, Brian. There was a lot of blockage, a lot of acid buildup. It was basically like, you know how a bog preserves stuff over
Sure,
time?
yeah.
We had a full human bog.
So his stomach is like a bog.
Yeah.
And now you've actually shrunk the size of his stomach to what?
This is the lap band.
I'm
we
sorry,
put
that went around
it.
his stomach?
Yep, and so this is smaller than the stomach. We stretched it around it, we cinch it out, and hopefully he'll be in presidential shape for 2016.
All right. You think he'll be too thin to be president by then?
It's the best laugh I've had in months. Never.
Detective.
Yes.
What do you think? How can we get to know our neighbors better?
Investigate them. Wiretap them.
Well, no, what?
Break into their homes, threaten them with physical violence.
Now, you're English, right?
Yes.
Okay, we have the Fourth Amendment here. You can't really do that, even though it happens all the time.
Well, I do know my neighbors. I live in Buckingham Palace.
Oh, okay, wow.
Yes, because I'm personal attendant to the Queen.
All right.
And so I check her much like two gibbons, you know, like two apes check
Yes.
each other for bugs.
You're picking bugs off.
I
of the
sit
Queen.
behind her and pick her for bugs and then put her to sleep.
Can I just ask you this?
Yes.
Does the Queen of England have bugs on her?
Well, it depends on the day. There's some days when she goes into the grounds with the corgis and she just rolls around in the grass and, you know, she comes back and you've got to pick ticks off her and so on.
Wow. Okay, let me take a quick break. We'll be back. We at the BS of A are blessed this week to have two under-the-table sponsors. Both of our sponsors this week are bail bonds companies serving the greater Richmond, Virginia area. Arrow Bail Bonds and Rappahannock Bail Bonds are both great options. If you find yourself in trouble in Virginia, I think you'll find you're in good hands. We'll be right back. This was all in his stomach.
There's so much more. I just couldn't bring it all with me because I'm just one woman.
Have you
Some
been
of these things might make good new menu items.
I haven't slept since February.
You're watching CMT.
All right, welcome back to Wake Up Nashville, the #1 country music show on TV. Joining me today is the musician behind such albums as I Love a Lady, Hard-Loving Woman, and My Girl Is on My Mind, Kenny Terrence.
Well, thank you. It's great to be here with y'all.
Now, these might not be household names, your albums, but they're all great. You got sweet ballads, good stuff. I love them. She's on My Mind, One More Time.
Yeah.
God Made You Too Good for Me, Lady. And You Lady Done Broke My Heart.
Yeah, indeed. Well, I get to sing about my life, and that honesty is a blessing.
Now, none of these albums have done particularly well from a sales standpoint.
Okay, I just sort of haven't really broken through yet.
And one thing that comes up in a lot of reviews of your music is that it's kind of mediocre or forced. You might not be a gifted musician, some say.
All right, okay.
So, I mean, how do you answer that kind of criticism?
Well, you know, one of the things that's important to remember is, what if I was gay?
Whoa, what?
Yeah, Vince. Here's the deal. I'm a gay man.
Okay, wait. So you're coming out on my TV show announcing yourself as an openly gay country musician?
Apparently, yeah.
Well, okay, Kenny, your current single is a song called "I Want Nothing in This World But Women in a Physical Sense."
Okay, all right.
The B-side,
Yeah.
If you're human, you're straight.
Good tunes, good song, good download.
Kenny, why are you doing this?
Well, you remember when Jason Collins, basketball player, he came out as gay recently, and his courage paved the way for me to make this announcement right now. I'm so very gay.
Okay, or maybe that by coming out, he briefly became much more famous and was praised for doing something difficult for a professional athlete.
We are doing something difficult. Heroes paving the gay way.
10 times a woman. Mm-hmm. The woman I love is a woman. Love me a lady tonight. Take away all these dudes and give me a woman.
Well, we've all heard that old saying, a lady is just a man without a penis.
What? I've never heard a saying like that. Never.
Really? Because it's up until now, I've been living a lie. I'm sorry. I'm super gay. And here's what I'd like to say to the music buying audience. I hope that people will download my new album. Don't let old thinking ruin the world that we're trying to build.
Let old thinking ruin the world that we're trying to build. Right there. Right there. And you got a wedding ring on.
Yeah, I've been married to Belinda 15 years.
What?
Look, man, this is hard for me.
I suppose.
To be so real.
Okay. You know what? I don't think you're being real. It seems more like an attention-getting gimmick.
You know, you might have the nerve to say that to a country singer who abruptly announced that he was gay. Certainly not someone like me, a pre-op transsexual.
What?
Just, yep. You got to know.
You're coming out right now and you're saying you're a pre-op transsexual.
I'm in it, and I'm doing it. Pre-op, haven't gotten to the operation yet, so I'm just living life pre.
Kenny Terrence, what do you think a transsexual is exactly?
It's laughable you would ask me that. It's just in the same vein as Transformers.
Oh, I see. So the parts just fold in and out at whim.
That's insulting, but not untrue.
Well, congratulations to Kenny Terrence, the first pre-op transsexual country music star.
And just marketable musician, I think, is the larger point. Thank you so much for having me. And oh, hold on, this is Matt Lauer on the phone. I think we can all agree Matt Lauer's not a bad-looking gentleman, no matter who we prefer. Matt Lauer, guess what? I got to tell you, I am gay.
I'll tell him about your mechanical vagina.
The preceding sketch was sponsored by Arrow Bail Bonds. If you're in trouble, call Arrow on the double.
Hi, I'm Dan Bardo of Arrow Bail Bonds. If a friend or loved one has been arrested, call 804-833-2785 to have a licensed professional bail bondsman get them out of jail fast. Arrow Bail Bonds. Let us give you a hand.
You ever see the inside of a prison? You look like a big old chicken wing to those monsters. How do I know? Because until this past February, I was one of them. And then a mysterious fire in the psych wing of Fort Lee Correctional Center spilled pure madness into the night, allowing me to start the small business of my dreams. So call now or die screaming, Cupcake!
We here at Arrow believe that the bail bonds business can be just as simple and above board as any business. Let us give you the gift of professionalism and courtesy. You've got other things to worry about.
Are you worried about that judge? Well, don't be. I iced his wife. Yeah, choked her out with my own hands. I got relationships with the law enforcement community that I can leverage to make sure that you're more than respected, that you're feared. For 20 years, I've been leaving dead horses and shark parts at the homes of judges, police officers, and municipal employees. That's a promise. Are you calling me a liar?
Arrow Bail Bonds can handle bonds of any size. Whether it's $200 or $20,000, we take pride in helping people. We'd be grateful for your business.
Call this number from prison and scream your social security number and ATM pin onto my answering machine, and I'll see if you and I is a good match. Some factors include, are your family members insured against kidnapping? How much Sudafed is in your house? Could I make more money by bailing you out or by selling you to your prison's emperor to live out your days as a prison handmaiden?
I'm not gonna.
Arrow Bail Bonds. Get to know the good guys.
Tomorrow is Mother's Day, which a lot of people celebrate. So I decided to send our new correspondent, Anthony Tamanik, out into the once gritty streets of New York City to learn what people have planned for the big day. Anthony.
Hey Brian, I'm Anthony Tamanik reporting from Times Square, and we are talking to people about Mother's Day. It doesn't get sweeter than this. First question, real simple. What did you get your mom for Mother's Day?
I haven't bought her anything.
Nothing yet.
Nothing. Nothing.
I usually just give her money.
You just give her money? What are you, her grandmother?
I'm sending my mom an edible arrangement.
Wow, so last minute idea, yeah?
I actually got a Groupon for flowers.
So both of you took about 15 minutes to figure out what you're getting your mom? How many clicks on a mouse do you think a mom is worth? What did you get your mom for Mother's Day?
Chocolate.
Turkey leg?
No, chocolate.
Oh, chocolate.
Love.
Love? So you're cheap like her?
A hug.
A hug?
Yeah.
That's a real cheap bunch.
I want her to see the musical Annie, so I might try to find some tickets.
Or you could just find a redheaded kid and have her run around the house for like a few hours.
Yeah, I had to pay for that though.
What's the best Mother's Day gift you've ever bought your mom?
The trip to an island.
Did you get her tickets to go back, or did you send her to the island?
I don't remember what I bought.
You could just admit you don't get your mom Mother's Day gifts. What's the best Mother's Day gift you've ever received?
My children.
Her sister?
Her and her sister.
Her and her sister. So your giving birth was the best gift. Now, were you drugged up at the time? Okay.
Totally.
So you were just drugged up at the time. So really it was just the drugs. If you could add any holiday to the year that doesn't exist already, like any holiday to the calendar year, what would it be?
A travel holiday.
Sports day.
I would say Daughter's Day.
Steve Day.
So, which is for you. Yeah. Does Steve Day happen a lot?
Leave Mom Alone Day.
Is there already a National Cake Day?
I am with you.
National No Shoes Day.
That's a disgusting day.
National Leave Money on My Porch Day.
That's an incredibly unsecure day. You might see the money, or everyone would know it's that day, and they would just go by. There's a hole in your logic. Do you think mothers should be allowed to get through the TSA security at the airport faster than other people?
Yeah, probably. Especially if you have little ones. It's not easy lugging all that stuff. Yes.
Okay, great. Why?
Because they're harmless? I don't know.
Because moms are harmless? What about that Boston Bombers mom? I wonder what she's getting for Mother's Day. Not a pressure cooker, I can tell you that. We'll edit that out. Well, Brian, there you have it. Everyone loves their mother. Back to you. Happy Mother's Day!
Thank you, Anthony. All right, we're almost out of time, so quickly, what are you planning on giving your mother for Mother's Day?
A parfait. She's allergic to shellfish, so I'm gonna have to give her Benadryl too. But those parfaits are really nice.
What's in a parfait?
Mostly clam, sort of.
Dr. Hoover.
I'm going to have this lap band cast in silver, made into a large necklace for my mother as a reminder that, like, this could happen to you, and then what happened to me could happen to me.
Frightening. And a detective?
Well, I'm going to give the Queen, who I consider my mother, a freebie night. I made a coupon book of different exciting things we could do, both intimately and also just entertaining things around the palace.
Can you give me an example of one of these coupons?
Well, one is a free nape of the knee licking.
That's all the time we have for this week's BS of A. Please join us next week for a brand new episode. Like us on Facebook, love us on Twitter. I'm your host, Brian Sack. And normally, this is the time where I say something silly, but I just wanted to say thank you to all of our fans. We just hit our 6,000th follower on Facebook and our 1 millionth view on our YouTube channel and our 7th fan on our MySpace. Our cast and crew thanks you for your support. Good night, America. Nape of the knee licking.
Yep, yeah, a little lick under the nape.
Wouldn't believe what was hiding behind Chris Christie's knee napes.
What was it? I'm afraid that.
And
Yes, hit a whole can with old cranberries.
We are under attack by Al Qaeda.